Good morning. Good morning. Happy Friday. Thank you for watching my Dog's View show on Fridays. I am here to help you understand and get a better glimpse of a dog's view of life and the world and how to understand what they're going through, how they're feeling, and what their experience is, really to understand what the dog's experience is. So I'm Jodie Fitzgerald, CEO and founder of Fitz Your Dog Training. I am very, very proud to be a licensed family dog mediator, and I've been working with dogs and humans for many, many years now, 24 years as a nurse, and now lots with dogs and dog rescue. I have 3 foster fails that have taught me lots throughout the years that I've had them in my home now, and worked with rescue dogs, and I get to see that dogs have a very different view of the world and experience. And a great topic for everybody to think about is how how your mood affects your dog, affects dogs. It's a great question. Can dogs sense moods? And absolutely, there are studies. It is proven that dogs are able to sense moods and to understand how you're feeling, and to in a different way, but they understand when you're not. Best way I can think of to say it is when you're not happy. They know when you're sad. They can feel when you're angry or frustrated, and these kind of emotions can really trigger dogs. Dogs can feel these things, and they can trigger just they can feel insecure and unsafe when if we are in anger or in mood, or for they can figure out anything with us. It can affect them. It can make them not feel safe. Sorry, a little tongue tied this morning. Got lots of thoughts about this on me. Dog. So when you come home smiling, we'd like to say that if you're smiling, when you smile at your dog, they will get so excited and happier, much happier with you being smiling at them. That's why when you walk in the door, if you can just remain calm, if you have a really reactive dog or excitable dog, if you can kind of do your very best to remain calm, then it can help them, because they're going to mirror. It helps to they'll mirror your actions, and they will feel just calmer. It'll help to not get them so excited, because if you come in really happy and excited, it can trigger that to be even more in them, because they are very happy to be happy with you. When you're stressed out and you're anxious, dogs can it's contagious to dogs. They can tell, they can know that when you're in a bad mood, or if you're feeling stressed out and upset about things, they can feel that. They know that. They have this sense. It's proven. Study captured emotional mirroring and the synchronization of stress levels of dogs and their pets. So it's proven that yes, they can feel your emotions, feel your moods. It's just so incredible, the senses that they have, and how extremely responsive they are to them too. My dogs, I see it so much. Hogan is if I look out, if I get excited about something on TV, which happens to be right beside the patio doors, he will respond by going to the window and be getting excited about something outside the window. He's so responsive. Dogs can also sense fear through body language or your facial expressions and motions, and they can respond to that, and they can become fearful. Dogs can become fearful when they're around somebody who is fearful of them. They will totally understand it, and they may respond with their flight or fight response that can be triggered by our anxiousness or afraid. When we're afraid or we're feeling tense, and we can actually create this in dogs when we do when we have stress, when we're experiencing things. They will see it, and they can feel it, and they will catch it. They can mirror it. So it's really really helps to be aware of your emotions and your feelings and what you're showing to dogs. Another comment I saw was can dogs sense a negative person? And yes, they can really be afraid. They can catch on to somebody being negative, and it actually can be considered almost unpredictable to them. And so then a dog will anticipate unsafe surroundings. They'll not feel safe because of somebody being really negative, or they can really sense it with their attitude and the way that they're behaving. They can sense it very much. Um, Dogs just when you're happy, when you're sad. I mean, how many times do we know when we're sad and our dogs come and comfort us? Or animals, not just dogs too, but many animals will comfort when they're sad. So they can sense these emotions in us. And when I do my very best to spend all my time, if I can, as much as possible of my time, of whatever's going on in my brain, in my life, to not let it affect and let my dogs see if I'm feeling stressed, or if I'm upset or frustrated, because they respond and they do so much better when you're putting a smile on your face, when you're being happy and when you're being positive. The patterns and routines, of course, always help to these things, keeping to a good lifestyle for them. Um, it's a really great topic, right? They can sense our moods, and they can sense our emotions. And I think far more than people ever realize, when you're upset, or if you're frustrated, or you're something, you might not even pay attention to the dog. You might just be walking by all the time and doing your thing, and they're watching you, and they'll feel it, and they can have negative impacts on their lives. There's also studies to do with dogs that are living in a continually stressful. Uh, my first thought is, if there's a lot of fighting in the house, things like that, between the family members, the dogs can really get this unsafe feeling, and it can cause lots of problems in them. They can be very fearful. They can be very reactive. They may just hide. It's There's proof that they do depend on our emotions to help them feel stable in their lives. So that's why I thought I would bring up this topic today. Do they really understand emotions? There's science, there's proof, and I totally believe it with my own dogs. They are mirrors of our emotions and what we're showing or expressing, and they can also sense. There's chemicals, right? When you're afraid or whatever, even when people are sick, right? Dogs can sense and smell these hormones and chemicals that our bodies can be emitting. So think about how you're doing with your dog, how you're what you're showing, and really encourage. I love to tell people to smile and be happy with their dog, and you'd be amazed how much a dog will respond to that and come to you and look at you and loves it when you are happy, and they like to be happy with you. So I've been working on a lot of videos on my YouTube channel. So I do have my biggest thing that would go towards emotions and how we're affecting them. I think I have on my YouTube channel is my mindset videos, because your mindset and how you are with them can really make a difference on how how they behave, how safe they're feeling, how comfortable they are in the environment, and how much they even will listen to you and pay attention to you and connect with you, if you're paying attention to your mindset and you work really hard to pay attention to them and not be overwhelmed with whatever it is in your life that is going on. And I certainly realize that can be very difficult, but it is something that you can practice, and you can see how fast it can make a difference when you put a smile on your face. Because even when I just gone, if I just make a little noise, or if I like a sigh or frustration or something, my dogs will react to that. They are so aware of what we are showing all the time. So I do actually believe I have more videos on my YouTube channel to do with that. So take a look at it, and please subscribe while you're there. Check out some videos. I've got some great stuff in there for recall, for getting a dog to come when called. I've been putting out my enrichment videos. I have a lot in there. I'm just dividing them up still. So there's lots of great stuff in there. So check out my YouTube channel. Subscribe while you're there. And please don't be afraid to let me know. What does somebody say? Or, oh, Teresa, my little dog was killed by a pit bull recently. This pit bull belongs to a person close to me. They kept their dog after this happened. I am now unwilling to be around the other dog. That's a horrible experience, Teresa. I couldn't even imagine that. Yeah, it would see your fear for sure. Um, I can't even imagine. It would be very hard to be around a dog after something like that had happened. If something happened to my little dog, to be around the dog afterwards, that would be very hard. Absolutely, and for sure, the dogs will know your fear. Um, that's not good. That's not. It doesn't sound like a safe dog to have around, or I hope he's very fenced very safely, anyways. Because you can't. That's not good. Your dog's Pitbull killed your dog. I'm really sorry to hear that. Don't be afraid. If you reach out for help, get help if to deal with it if you need to, because yeah, it's hard to deal with a loss like that. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm throwing my calendar up here. Anybody cannot be afraid to book a call. I'm working on some other stuff, and I'm very excited about what's coming up. So you guys have a great day, and big hugs, Trissa. Big hugs. Have a great day.